soul on it. What else am I supposed to do? Ain't no one better than you. HBCU.
Hello all. Welcome to the flagship show of the amazing Shattered Network, Point A, Point B. This is an exciting moment and us for being able to talk more about sports with you. And you are with Point A, Point B, the show that gives their opinion. Might not be real. This is a crazy day. We have what you may call out the gates some breaking news. Breaking news out of the gate, people. This blew my mind, as reported by Shams Charania and confirmed by everybody else in sports. Head coach Mike Malone has been let go after astounding 10 years with the franchise. But wait, there's more. The GM was also fired. His name is let me see his name. His name is last name Booth was also let go in this shocking turn of events. Calvin Booth also let go in this shocking turn of events. My apologies for that graphic. I am baffled right now. Pharaoh, what is your thoughts with this? With them being let go, being the fourth seed in the West?
You are fighting for your playoff existence right now, and you're going to solidify that by switching up coaches. But there's more. Not only did you fire this coach, that means that you fired him, yes, but everybody that remains is his staff. So that's like breaking up with a girl, but say I'm gonna start talking to her sister, and because they act the same way. That makes no sense. Why do this now? Because if you're gonna do it, you gotta clear the whole thing out.
None of it makes sense.
No sense.
None of it makes sense. I'm trying to gather as much information on this as possible with the Nuggets letting him go, and this is after they just played I think their last game here was versus we double check here when it comes to scores.
Pacers.
They lost against the Pacers.
125 to 120.
Lost against the Pacers. They lost to the Pacers on Sunday.
Four-game losing streak.
On a 4-game losing streak. And this is on the back of their second best player, Jamal Murray, being injured for most of the time. And they were let go. Pharaoh, man, how can I put this?
There's so much. There's so much.
Okay, so for one, Jokic has been playing as amazing as he possibly can. They have their record right now is the record right now is 47-32. Pacers in that win moved up to 47-31. Both teams right now are fourth in their respective conferences. But Pharaoh, I'm gonna say it, man, and people might not like it. All right. There's one common denominator of coaches getting fired. And it's whenever he's playing for that team. And if you do not know, on the bottom right of the screen, there he is. It's Russell Westbrook. I'm telling you right now, I blame nobody more than I blame Russell for this. Jokic is playing unbelievably, on pace to having another MVP season, right? Which he's probably going to lose out to Shea, to SGA, even though there's no real reason for him to do so. But this team has been performing the best it can with the shooting it has, and it's lost because the GM decided to get rid of pretty much the core that won them a championship in Brown and KCP, which I think is insane and stupid in its own right. I knew you would come talk about this. Yeah, yo, bro. As soon as I found out, I ran home, ran to the TV because it had to be talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, but even with Calvin Booth, he's been with the team for about 8 years, promoted to general manager in 2020. I mean, they provided he provided them their first chance. Is their first championship?
I think it's already Denver's second.
Either way, you got a chip.
Yes.
Malone been with you for 10 years. This is what I'm saying, though, bro.
2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. If we look back at this, and they haven't released any more news in regards to why he was fired, but I believe it's deeper than just losing, right? Because if you look at the Western Conference right now, it's a stacked Western Conference. The Nuggets have not been able to surpass what's been, brought together in OKC, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But when we're talking about the talent on the floor, the Nuggets are doing the best they can with the talent they have. They're in the 4th seed, and they were like a game away from the 3rd seed.
Let's see, game and a half.
Right.
Game and a half.
This is the same Nuggets team that overperformed when they won their championship last time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're on par for what they've been doing. The expectations should not have changed. The only thing that has changed is the coach killer known as Russell Westbrook. And y'all think I'm just saying it because I don't like him, but it's true. Tell me what I'm wrong. Tell me what I'm wrong. Lakers, they won a chip. They got Russell Westbrook. Frank Vogel got fired immediately. Frank Vogel got fired the next year. Am I lying? Frank Vogel was fired after Russell Westbrook joined the team. And now a coach with probably even, I want to say pretty much the same prestige as Mike Malone, because Mike Malone got a chip, so does Frank Vogel. But Frank Vogel put those Pacers teams to Eastern Conference Finals a couple of times as well. But you don't see the correlation? They wouldn't lose that game if Russell Westbrook didn't pull the ball out like he should have been as a veteran and didn't foul a 3-point shooter in the corner. So that's what they lost against the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? You lost against a super hot Steph Curry that everybody was losing to.
Yeah.
And now we're blaming for the Pacers, bro. The Pacers been playing good against everybody, bro. They're 4th in the East. Been playing good against everybody, bro.
Okay.
It's Russell Westbrook, man.
I don't want to make it that simple. I don't think it's that simple. The reason why it happened with Frank Vogel is because Russ didn't want to come off the bench. He comes off the bench on this team. That was a real issue. But that's neither here nor there. The non-understanding that I don't have is we're not talking about this team with the record of, let's say, New Orleans. They got 47 freaking wins.
Right.
They're in playoff contention.
Right.
Now, they're teetering right now because there is like a 4 or 5 team tie going from 4th to...
from 4th to 8th, I believe.
4th to 8th.
Yeah.
4th to 8th. So they lose another game, they're in the play-in.
Right.
And their next game is against Sacramento. If they lose that game, they're in the play-in.
Right. Because right now, the Nuggets right now are in the 4th seed. They're 47-32, but so is the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Timberwolves, and the Grizzlies. They actually are better than 5 to 8 has a tie on right now.
Right.
And
they
have a half game on the rest of them. The Nuggets do as of right now.
But their next game is against Sacktown. They lose that game, they're in the play-in.
And we're gonna talk about Sacktown, who just dropped 80 points between 2 players. Against Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan to send the Pistons home. So I mean, like,
mine against my boys.
And this is a team now, like the talent around Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, somehow they were able to finagle their way together to the West Coast with a better team. that they had in Chicago, right? With the big that can actually rebound, right? And we'll talk about them more, though. We'll talk about them more. But
yeah,
but I just don't. This right here, though, is insane to me. They're on a four-way tie, right? They're one game above. They're a game and a half under the Lakers right now, who have to see the OKC tonight. We'll talk about that some more as well. But man, listen, bro, this is unprecedented. It's only been one person that this happened to. This happened to, I think, in the 70s. Well, this is insane.
This is stupid. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. For real, bro. Bro, use your common sense. I would understand if y'all would lose, if y'all were having a losing record, had no chance to make the playoffs. I understand the firing right now. You're on the cusp of a playoff run, and you fire your head coach. Not just any head coach. It's not an also ran. It's the same head coach that brought you a chip. One of the winningest coaches in your franchise's history, and it's still been winning. And you're gonna fire him?
I think they got 3 games left too. They got the Nuggets, they got the Kings, they got the Grizzlies, who's more than beatable because they just fired their coach as well. And then you got the Rockets, who's had a few teams as numbers, but these are 3 games that's winnable for this team. You know what I'm saying? The problem is the GM decided to go for Russell Westbrook, which I think is I said it from the beginning, is mildly insane. He does not. Russell Westbrook does not help you win games at all. So while you are blaming and talking about everything else, to me, the fact still remains: Russell Westbrook is a coach killer. This is how I feel about this, and there's no other reason why they should be. I just don't believe any other reason.
But no, bro. Because the reason why I'm saying no in this scenario, 1, he's come off the bench. 2, he's on the plane right now because Jamal Murray's hurt.
Yeah, no, Russell Westbrook.
That's the only reason.
Russell Westbrook still.
Nah, bro.
Russell Westbrook still. They would be in a better position without Russell Westbrook being on the floor.
I can't rock with you on it.
Sorry, he's a loser.
I can't rock with you.
He's trash.
I cannot.
He's a loser. He's trash. I'm not going for it. I will fight. I will fight for this until the day I die. Russell's always been a problem. Always. Only thing that makes more sense than that is the fact that Kevin Durant left him because he was a problem. I stand on that. I stand by it. I guarantee it.
I guess they both were the problem.
Call it what you want to. Call it what you want to.
Shit. I guess they both were the damn problem.
Call it what you.
When KD's been off on his own, he ain't done much better.
Got 2 chips.
I said off on his own. Hey, I didn't say riding somebody else's car. Man. I said off on his own.
Hey man. While we being sassy about it, Russell had as many All-Stars as low key doesn't have as many All-Stars as Kevin Durant has. Just ain't been able to replicate that success.
I'm not giving Russ no excuse. I'm not giving KD one either.
He played with James Harden 3 times. He played with James Harden on 3 different teams.
That was a bad match.
No.
That was.
Thunder, Houston James Harden. He had Houston James Harden and Clippers James Harden.
Okay. The reason why it's a bad match is this.
It was 4 All-Stars on that team.
With the Thunder, Harden's come off the bench because Harden is also a point guard. I don't know how many people realize this. He's a point guard. He's a 2 guard masquerading as a. He's a scorer. He's a scorer. But he's also averaged 9 assists more than once.
That's cool. You can do that when you have a high usage rate.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But unlike Russ, Harden can play off the ball and catch and shoot. Russ can't do that.
That's not an excuse. You've been in the league long enough for Giannis Antetokounmpo to find a jump shot.
Once again, I'm not making no excuse for him.
Brook Lopez found the jump shot. Al Horford found a 3-point shot.
Al Horford.
We just can't. I watched Dwight Howard come in and knock down threes for the Lakers, bro. I watched JaVale McGee knock down threes for the Lakers.
Because we're not gonna talk like LeBron James is not a far better 3-point shooter now than his first couple years.
There's no excuse for him to be such a workhorse that doesn't cheat the game, but he can't get a jump shot to extend his career. You just can't. You can't make that. You can't even believe that. You can't. Sorry. You can't even believe that. You can't. No, I won't believe it.
He's short of Ben Simmons.
Sorry. Trash. He just gets all the excuses. Absolute trash. Absolute dumpster fire. If we were talking about anybody else, right? He gets this excuse for being an MVP and all the other shit that he got. It has played with so many stars, superstars, all-stars and superstars. It still has not gotten it done. You cannot. You can't do that. I can't. I'm not hearing it, bro.
We have to keep the same energy because nobody wants to hear this, but I'm gonna say it because if it had been LeBron, he got crucified.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm not making no excuse for him whatsoever.
Trash.
I'm not.
Trash. At least Kevin Durant teamed up with Steph Curry and got it done. He did win Finals MVP. So I'm not going. He wasn't the worst player on that team. He was the best player on that team when they won. He was still Kevin Durant. So I can give him that. Was that team stacked? Yes. But so was the Clippers. The Clippers had 4 All-Stars. The Clippers had 4 All-Stars.
They did. Yes, they did. This is true.
2 MVPs.
This is
4
true.
All-Stars.
This is true.
2 MVPs.
I don't see how that Thunder team, if they keep them together, I don't see how they didn't win any rings.
Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook.
Even with what you say about Westbrook, if we're gonna say and be honest, he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
So that front office,
Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson's the champion.
Yeah, but that front office drafted 3 Hall of Famers and had them on the same team at the same time. How did you not? How you don't have a ring?
We don't. But Pharaoh, we gotta understand. Like, if we go down the list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russ has played with Kevin Durant, James Harden twice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Carmelo Anthony. He played for the Thunder. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
He played with Paul George twice. Victor Oladipo after he came back from his what's name. James Harden he played with 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
He played with LeBron James, AD. He's played with Bradley Beal. He has played with Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
And now with Jokic and Jamal Murray. How many of those players got championships?
The only ones that don't are Bradley Beal, Paul George,
and James Harden.
All the rest of them got rings, man. Second,
bro. I'm sorry. So tell me what's going on, bro.
Hey, man. Hey,
man. Tell me what's
I
going
don't know
on,
what
bro.
to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't see teams getting better with him on the court. I don't see teams getting better with him on the court. So, you know.
No.
So I'm just not going. I'm tired of giving excuses. But we're gonna move right along, man. To a team who did get better with the player on the court, and that is the mighty Lakers, who went absolutely dog diggity dumb. They went dog diggity dumb.
Oh my God!
They went dog diggity dumb, shooting a historic 70% from the 3-point line in the first half, or 63% from the 3-point line in the first half, and was all gas, no brakes, all belt to ass, and destroyed the Thunder on Sunday night.
LeBron whooped them boys like he looked at every one of them and saw Stephen A.
It wasn't even LeBron. It was Luka.
Luka whooped them boys.
It was
like they was talking
Luka.
about his woman.
It was Luka. This game was a great watch. The Lakers ended the game shooting 55% from the 3-point line. You got to see Luka drop 37-6 with 2 steals, and they completely just whooped their ass, man. Throttled them.
And that's an aspect. I gotta say this. That's an aspect about the Lakers since they got Luka. And I'm not saying they weren't doing it before, but that's an aspect since they got Luka that people worried about that people don't speak about right now. Their defense has actually gotten better.
Nah, I want to say better. I wouldn't say better. I wouldn't. No, it didn't get better because before he got there, this is how they shut down the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? They done this a few times. So the defense has gotten better since last year with Darvin Ham. Absolutely, through and through. Absolutely. That's because JJ Redick actually knows how to play basketball. I'm just, you know what I mean? It's things that you're not going to tell me. You know what I mean? And what we're not going to do is act like Darvin Ham has a great basketball mind.
He got a great basketball knock, but out of mind.
Yeah, you know, we just, you know what, man? I'm gonna be the first one to say it, man. Right? Again, I told people the problem with that Thunder team is that if you don't have SGA, what do you have? If SGA, knock on wood, if he got injured, this team would be a bottom two seed. They would be 11th seed. They would be an 11th seed. And obviously that's one good reason why you can say they can be the MVP. But I mean, I feel like Jokic is the same way. But in a team where, right, where his offensive efficiency could have been matched by Austin Reeves alone in this game, who dropped 20 points, and LeBron only dropped 19. He only had to drop 19 and his ass whooping, right? You got 12 points from Gabe Vincent. I think you got 16 or so like that from Dorian Finney-Smith.
Gabe, he been playing pretty good lately.
Bro, he's been playing very good. And the thing about the Lakers, while people have been gawking, right, just throwing the fact that the Thunder just throwing it. They've been just straight gargling, bro. Like been gargling the fact that the Thunder has defenders. The Lakers do too. They have a guy who's just there for defense at Vanderbilt. They have a point of attack defender in Gabe Vincent who fights through screens. And while Luka Vandross, I call him Luka Vandross, can be a turnstop for defenders. I mean, for offensive players, just a walk right past. Yes, that's true. The way they're able to mask that by pinching is all you need to see. And Luka was able to slow down, draw double teams, and kick it because it was that easy. That one over the head pass he just did on his.
Dude,
come on, bro.
Some of these passes this dude.
Like we gotta stop, bro. You got two of the best passers in the league
on the same team. And Austin Reeves is no slouch with his passing either.
At all. You got 3 playmakers. I just like this was the way they played defense was simple. Anybody else can do it. And we'll guard SGA. Let SGA go stupid. That's cool. He'll go 1-on-1. Anybody else will collapse on.
And see that goes to that whole thing where you have some people that when bona fide stars say that they need help, you don't need help. Yes, you do. Because see, the margin of error gets real thin in the playoffs. The teams got time to game plan for you every day. They got time to watch film on you every day. So if you have one person that's a locomotive for the whole engine, where if that person's missing, you're absolutely lost. You're not a championship caliber team, because you need your star to get there and get you over the hump. But if the star go out, you should have enough
Scottie Pippen,
where at least the offense can continue to score, where the car won't stop. You might lose some horses, but the car keep going.
Yep. This is to me, right, indicative of what I've been saying. Right, we gotta stop throating teams for having good. We gotta stop. We gotta take our mouse off of it one time, and just realize that some teams are great regular season teams, and we've seen it before. They're the Atlanta Hawks. If you think this team with one bona fide star is going to run through the West, where most teams have 2 stars, and he's not even, he hit, I think he went 2 for 5 from the 3-point line in this game, SGA, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a little bit of a shooting touch, right? But you got players here, bro, who's been in deep playoff runs.
Right.
Dorian Finney-Smith went to an NBA champion, went to a finals.
Who was also
Gabe
a very good
Vincent.
defender.
Gabe Vincent went to a finals and played his ass off to get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? LeBron James championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got players here. Austin Reeves that went to a Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, they win a deep playoff runs and know what it means to get there. So when you are talking about a team right now with Jalen Williams, and they're all trying to force fuck the paint. We play 2K, Pharaoh. Like all you seen the Thunder do the whole game was trying to force fuck the paint, bro. And it didn't work. And while y'all going for 2s, we going for 3s. And Alex Caruso had to sit there and watch it. Just missing home. Just missing home.
Oh, if Alex Caruso's on the Lakers right now, oh my God.
That boy probably kiss a picture of LeBron every night before he go to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
They was getting their ass beat enough for Bronny James to get in the game and hit a 3.
He ain't ready though. But he ain't ready, okay.
Just got right in the game, hit a 3. First shot, bang. First shot, bang.
So where them pundits that talking about he ain't ready now?
Bro, I'm not even worried about. You know
we ain't gonna talk about it today.
I ain't even worried about that, bro. I need people to understand though. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the reality, bro. Teams are going to figure this out. And with SGA being who he is, bro, which is just like a paint masher for the most part, bro. Like, you're not gonna be able to like just force yourself in the paint against every team. And this team not even having size, just literally just destroyed them. They didn't even score 100 points.
You know what's funny? What's funny to me is I've heard many a pundit try to compare his game to Jordan. You know what? That's the perfect comparison. I'm going to tell y'all why. His first 7 years, this is exactly how he played. He was getting washed out in the first round. He was getting swept in the first round because all he knew how to do was run to the paint. Yes, SGA has a mid-range game, but he's not using it as much as he should. He's always trying to get. You can't get to the hole every time. And then 1 and 2, you can't keep doing that and having people running in the same time you're running. It makes no sense. It don't work in real life. It don't work in 2K.
A big problem that they have for the Thunder is that they allowed hard switches every time. They never hedged. On defense, they allowed Luka to get Hartenstein or a check on an island every time. Every time. And Luka just gonna cook that.
All day long.
Luka just gonna cook that.
Slow roasted.
I just, we gotta stop, bro.
Definitely do.
We gotta stop. Whenever y'all want to take off y'all helmets,
Not the helmets.
whenever y'all want to take off y'all helmets and knee pads, you know what I'm saying, and relax. Whenever y'all want to take them bad boys off, let me know. You know what I mean? And just you ain't gotta choke the whole time.
Yeah, you know what else will help you relax?
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Nah, you know what else? When they like, share, and subscribe. Learn it from the master. Choke. Did I do something with that?
I like it. Let's talk about the next bit of news here, man. Moving right along for this Tuesday show. Hope y'all having an amazing time, by the way.
Yes,
this next one is coming from the Mavericks camp, who are going to be seeing the Lakers very, very soon. AD shared his feelings about this, saying he has no emotions about seeing his former team. They asked him how he felt. He said no emotions. That's it. Which I think is a bold-faced lie, but he has been averaging about 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists since he's been with the Mavericks. And they entered Wednesday's game, sitting at 38-41 in the Western Conference. So, I mean, this is going to be one of those a very exciting game to watch. We just saw them, though, get that ass slapped, caressed, and jostled around by the Clippers. I'm talking about gripped. You hear me? Just see them get that shit slapped and moved around by the Clippers. And to be honest with you, with the news that's been coming out around the Mavericks team, I'm sorry, I went and hit my door. In regards to the Mavericks team, like Klay Thompson's father saying that he should have ended his career a Laker.
Wow.
That's I mean, obviously Michael Thompson, he was a Laker.
Long time Laker.
Yeah, long time Laker. But he said that, Klay has property in LA and stuff like that. His family is there, everybody's there. It was set up perfectly for him to end his career there. So that's where he thought that he would go. Obviously Klay took the payday. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And he thought that he's gonna be playing with with Kyrie and Luka. And that did not happen. You know what I'm saying? So
stupidity hit.
Yep, this stupidity hit. So I mean, but this game where you got to see the Clippers totally just whoop that ass.
Yeah.
Got to see Kawhi be Kawhi and James Harden be James Harden. It was just way too much for a team that's being captained by Spencer Dinwiddie. When you let your team be ran by Spencer Dinwiddie, you got a major problem.
Serious problem. This
is looking like a Pelicans team right now for AD. I feel so bad for that.
Yeah. AD saying he has no emotions, that is a bold-faced lie. He is full of emotion. Not against any of his former teammates, because they're not the ones that pull the trigger. That dude sitting in that front office, oh yeah. AD pissed at him. He pissed at him. Because as it stands right now, well, let's put it frankly, this is not a playoff contending team.
Not without Kyrie being there.
No, this is not a championship contending team at all.
Not without Kyrie being there.
The Lakers are. He was just there. They had no reason to trade him. I mean, honestly, they had no reason to trade him. It almost looked like he got rid of him because of the fact that AD said we need another big, which he was not.
Oh,
wrong.
you got rid of him because the Mavericks approached you for Luka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And unless they were looking, they had to get somebody to justify it. You know what I mean? Because you can't just take back, you know what I'm saying, Rui Hachimura and like Austin Reeves or something like that. Because if the Lakers would have, they would have traded Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent or something like that to be able to keep AD, you know what I'm saying, with LeBron and Luka. That would have been insane. That would have been insane.
If they would have found a way to get Luka and keep AD and Reeves, oh bro, I'll set off rip. Get to the ring right now.
It's over.
Who's gonna stop that team?
It's over.
Who's gonna stop that team?
It's over. It's over.
While you playing, I said this one time before, and I say it again. It will not surprise me. It will not surprise me if AD don't end up back in LA next year.
Can't. You can't get traded back. You can't.
I'm not talking about a trade.
You
I'm not talking about a trade.
You can't. You can't sign her either. He has another year there, at least.
They can't buy him out.
No, and if they bought him out, he couldn't go there for the year afterwards.
Oh, okay. That part I didn't know about.
Yeah, there's rules.
Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll say this then. Dallas has zero. They have 0% chance of making AD stay. I guarantee that.
Oh no, it's chopped. It's chopped. It's chopped. I wouldn't, if I was AD, I wouldn't, unless they do something to. I don't see a way for them to be able to cure anybody of, you know, of real value in the off season. They already got the bigs. They could possibly even lose, you know, Gafford or Lively.
They might come to LA.
So I can see Gafford following, you know what I'm saying, trying to follow Luka, but depending what happens this season, the Pacers might not be looking to pay Miles Turner, and that's who could be coming to LA. So if that's the case, and they get Miles Turner, then that's gonna be nasty work. But that's just it takes some finagling. Like LeBron would have to opt out of his contract to have to take less to make room for that to happen, like he was willing to do for James Harden if he were to come to LA.
I'll give it a say. He already said one time before he'd do that.
Yeah, so I mean
he will do it.
But right now, you know, LA is going to Dallas, in which Luka's going to be getting the championship welcome home. He's going to be getting the love from the city because he didn't want to leave. He was hurt by it. You could tell he was distraught for weeks. In regards to that move that happened on his behalf. So you're gonna see a city rally behind Luka.
Yeah, because I feel bad for him. He ended up in a great situation, but I feel bad for him in that regard. I feel bad for the Mavericks fans. I feel bad for Anthony Davis because all of them got thrown into this bowl of shit that they did not deserve.
I mean, everybody kind of got. I feel worse. The person I feel the most pain for is two people. Honestly, it's not even AD, right? AD got a ring, and AD wanted bigs around him, so he has a plethora of those. The one I feel bad for is Kyrie and Klay Thompson.
Yes. Because
Klay signed on that line under the understanding that he'll be playing with Luka and Kyrie for at least a year or two to go. That's why he signed the contract he signed. Because the space that they'll be able to provide. Now AD, like I said before, is a great player. He's gonna be able to provide you space as well.
Right.
But you know what I mean, that's not who you came there to play with.
Right. The aspect of why I feel bad for those players in particular is neither one of them was talking like they wanted to leave their teams. And then, you know, Dallas don't have a problem with AD. They just hurt because Luka got traded, which is understandable. And then while LeBron is not trading nothing like that for welcoming Luka, but him and the other players, they're upset because AD had to leave. They didn't want him to leave.
Right.
So it was a bowl of shit.
Bowl of doo-doo. Let's move right along to the next bowl of doo-doo. And that's your Detroit Pistons, man. I listen, brother. Listen, man. Letting Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan come out and drop what they dropped on your melon piece is dark day. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a game to behold. Zach LaVine wins. And
Premium buckets
and
at a discount price.
They were able to drop. And also Sabonis gave you a triple-double with 19, 15, and 10. They were able to come out with the win, 127 to 117. Zach LaVine gave you 43 points, including 17 in the fourth quarter. And DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar DeRozan added 37 points as they got in that ass. Cade Cunningham did play very well. He gave you 35 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. gave you 19, but it just wasn't enough. And this is the fear that I have for Detroit is the same fear I have for the Thunder, where they're one-star dependent. And even though you got Jalen Duren and a few other pieces there as well, I'm sorry, Isaiah Stewart ain't built to stop a nosebleed. You hear me? Stu ain't built for that.
Yeah, that's the person to me, because if K's off the floor, or Sir Thomas can run the offense. There are other people that can run the offense, like actually run it. So, I mean, they're not K, but they can run it. So the car keep going. But our problems are when Durham has to come off the floor, because there goes the paint protection, there goes the inside scoring, there goes offensive rebounding, defense and defensive rebounding. Because, like you just said, Big Stu.
Unless he's being angry, I don't know what he's doing. Unless he's trying to be a little
overcompensating tough guy.
Nah, he's trying to be Draymond Green without Draymond Green's talent.
No,
Draymond Green is a better player.
He's trying to be Ben Wallace. Nigga, you ain't Ben Wallace. You are not Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace was Defensive Player of the Year and a rebound monster.
Yeah, you are not Ben Wallace. You are not even in the same solar system as Ben Wallace. You are not him. Even with that, not taking anything away from the Kings, like Detroit was in that game until
that fourth quarter.
Because
they were winning. They were winning for most of the game.
Yeah, Zach LaVine wasn't missing nothing. Y'all don't, if you didn't watch the game of the highlights, let me tell y'all something. I think Zach LaVine might have missed one shot that whole fourth quarter. One shot. If he missed one. I'm going to bet
you know who I blame for this?
Russell Westbrook.
Dennis Schroeder. There's few people on the court, bruh, who I just feel comfortable blaming when anything go wrong. And Dennis Schroeder is one of them people, bro.
You know what? Deep in my spirit, I just felt like you were going to find a roundabout way to blame this on Russell Westbrook.
I can, because Russell Westbrook was his vet. So whatever he got from him, that's what he got from him.
Oh my God.
You know? But no, I feel like the Detroit is the same way. A lot of young talent on that team.
You know who I blame?
Who?
Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
You know how I can blame Darvin Ham? He was a Piston.
It trickles down, man. It trickles down. I hate the Pistons logo. That 313 logo. Trash.
Y'all, I don't really like that.
Trash.
I don't really like that one.
Trash. I don't know why we
like that one.
Trash. Absolute dog water.
I'd rather have the horse than that.
Absolute. The horse was fire.
Yeah, it was. Literally, because it was on
absolute dog water. How do you win when you look up and you see that logo? Like I don't even understand. Shout out to my boy Jack, man, right here for being assistant coach. I used to love him, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to love him on the floor. He was very dependable. But I'm just gonna keep it a band with you, man. Keep it 100 with you. I think the Pistons have the same issue that the Thunder have Cade Cunningham is an amazing player, very talented. But I do not trust. I do not trust that the rest of his team's going to be able to match his level of talent or consistency. I should say on the floor. People should not sleep on the Kings when it comes to the rest of the season.
They shouldn't, because I will tell you this also. They do have a player that can run the offense, create his own shot, but he's been hurt pretty much the whole season. The shooting guard, but he's been hurt the whole season, but he has that type of talent,
right?
So they have more than one. It's just that the other one been hurt all year,
right? And right now, man, the Kings right now is ninth. If we look at what the if we take a look at what the if it were to end today, give me 1 second, I'll be able to find it. Everything were to end today. Hey, give me 1 second. And we could talk about this too. This will be the last thing we talk about. 1 second. If the bracket were to happen today, right? This is how it would look. I want to make this a little bit smaller so we hold on. This is how things were to look. I'm late, just getting off of work. Welcome in, Q. Welcome in, Q. This is how it would look if everything were to end today, right? This is how it will look. Now, if you look on your right hand side of the screen, in the play-in, you got the Bulls and you got the Heat. Yeah, we talked about the Lakers putting belt to ass. We definitely talked about that. You got the Bulls and the Heat. Whoever wins that goes to that 9th, 10th seed. And the loser from the 7th and 8th seed game from the Magic and the Hawks goes into that bracket. And the winner of that game plays the Celtics, who are in the 2nd seed. We're pretty much locked into the 2nd seed now for the rest of the season. The Pacers versus the Bucks. Remember last year, Pacers sent the Bucks home. Knicks versus the Pistons. I do not feel confident that the Knicks are going to be able to beat the Pistons. I'm sorry, the Pistons are going to be able to beat the Knicks with how much talent the Knicks are able to put on the floor at a time.
I don't think it'll be a wash, but I see Knicks winning that. I do see Knicks winning that.
I don't see an opportunity
for them to be competitive, but I don't think they're gonna win the series.
Yeah. On the opposite side, you got the Kings versus the Mavericks right here. I'm sorry if this is kind of small, a little difficult to see. You got the Kings versus the Mavericks right here. I'm gonna try to make this bigger for us. You got the Kings versus the Mavericks right here. Whoever comes out of that game will automatically go into the winners bracket with home field advantage for the second play-in game. I do believe the Kings will come out of that game if they were to play the Mavericks on that game, and then they will face against whoever loses between the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves, who I believe is going to be the Grizzlies. Timberwolves versus Rockets, nasty series on its own. Timberwolves versus Rockets, nasty series on its own. Yep. I got the Rockets losing in that series. I don't have them beating that. So Q said, Carl, oh my God, Anthony Towns might wash the Pistons. Oh, he definitely would. But this is the thing though, Farrell. If the Kings beat the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
And send the Grizzlies home, which I believe they would, right? They go up against the Thunder. And the Kings have two stars who can give you 40 every night.
And they got a big that can give you a double-double every night.
A triple-double every night if he wanted to, right? Now, right now, if the Nuggets are able to maintain their positioning, and this is all based on today, because you're going to see this switch a lot when it comes from the 4th to the 8th seed, right?
Yeah.
Because the Timberwolves can end up being the 5th seed or the 4th seed,
can.
depending what happens, right? Or the Nuggets can drop all the way down to the 7th seed and be in a play-in, depending what happens.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, right now, if it all stays the same, the Nuggets versus the Clippers, I am going to lean towards the Nuggets in this because the greatness of Jokic, but because of how Westbrook is, I can see them still losing to Kawhi Leonard in a strong, heavy-handed offensive player like James Harden.
The way it stands right now, and the fact that they just fired their coach, I think the Nuggets chop. I don't see them making it the first round.
Nah, that's crazy. Not with Jokic.
Trust me, I get that. But we also talk about the fact that coaching matters. And then we don't know.
They got David Edelman.
Okay.
You want a ring?
As a head coach?
Mm-hmm.
Who he coached?
David Edelman? Come on.
I know it's Rick Edelman's son.
I'm pretty sure he got a ring.
He got a ring with them as the assistant. I don't recall him ever being head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, not saying that he can't be a capable coach. Because like I said, I don't recall him being a head coach, and I'm not saying he can't be a capable head coach.
Yeah, he got a ring as the coach.
Yeah, just what he's being thrown into right now. It would take a yeoman's job for somebody that does not have that much or any head coaching experience to get them out the first round. With the fact that, yes, you got Jokic, but like you brought up one, they got Westbrook because Murray is hurt.
Yeah, they do.
He's trying to fight with one hand. Even with all the players they got, like, okay, I know they want, because I know one thing they want to do was got to let Pope and Brown go at the end last year. They want to start playing some of the younger players. I get all that, but at the same time, you still want to keep at least one veteran that knows the system that can bring along the young ones as you're trying to get them into the lineup.
I mean, you do got that. You got Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. has been there.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You got Michael Porter Jr. and you got the low key, don't sleep on it. You got DeAndre Jordan that's on the bench that's been there.
That's true.
For the championship year as well. So
that's true. That's true. But see, the other thing is
the experience is there.
Yeah, the experience is there. But the other thing is this: one thing I can say about Brown and Caldwell Pope, they play defense. I'm not saying that none of the other players do play defense.
Yeah, Christian Brown don't play defense too though. But Brown, KCP and
Brown, they were excellent defenders. I'm not saying that Brown is not. They just
definitely. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with you. But I mean, the Clippers do have Zubac. Thank you. They got Zubac, who's a double merchant, and is a big body that you can throw at.
And has been playing strong this year too. Strong.
You could throw him against Jokic. MPJ's consistency is a skin. Yeah, and So is AG. Yeah, I mean, I hear you with that too. I mean, that's true. I mean, I kind of worry about what they're going to be able to do, but I'm looking at the next. Let's look at the next one though. Lakers versus the Warriors. If this were to happen, the NBA would rather this not happen. I will tell you this right now. NBA would rather this not happen. They would rather them being, yes. If it's possible for the Lakers, or if it's possible for the Warriors to move up to that 5th seed, for one, they get to have the Thunder possibly in the second round, and that they are able to beat the Thunder because Curry can do that. Curry can do that,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely.
Curry can do that. You see what he did to the Celtics. Then you can have the Lakers versus Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, and that would be amazing.
That's a better draw. That's a way better draw.
What do you got coming out of the West?
With what I just said, I feel about the Nuggets. To be real with you, and I'm not saying it to you, my boy, because on GP I really don't like them, but the Lakers.
Warriors, Lakers, Western Conference Finals, speed and families for generations. You got the Lakers coming out of it. Kumar, who you got coming out of the where was at home? Put in the comments who you got coming out of the West right now.
Because the Lakers got one of the best records against all the teams that are in the playoffs, as it is.
In the Western Conference,
they own all the tiebreakers.
In the Western Conference,
they got the best records against all the teams. They own like that, all the tiebreakers, all of them.
Yep. I would definitely put, because right now as it stands, the Lakers owning the 3rd spot will have them pretty much avoid the Thunder into the Western Conference Finals if they make it that far, which would be awesome for the Lakers if they're able to do that. They would possibly have to go against the Timberwolves or the Rockets in the second round if they're able to get past whoever's there in the 6th seed, which is going to be an amazing series. I think the Lakers hit the edge on any Western Conference team in a 7-game series. I hear you with that. Let's move on to the East real quick, man. Let's talk about it real quick, man. If Cavaliers meet either the Heat or the Bulls, I really believe it might be the Heat. Cavaliers versus Heat, absolutely. Versus either them or the Bulls. Heat.
Yeah.
Heat. It's just gonna be the Heat. I can appreciate what Giddey and Kobe White is doing right now, but we're not doing that.
And that rookie, that dude.
Yeah, we're not doing that though. It's gonna be the Heat. It'll be the Heat versus the Cavaliers. I got Cavaliers coming out of that one. Yeah. The Heat are chopped right now. That most definitely are. I got the Heat coming out. I got the Cavaliers coming out of that one, maybe 4-1. To be honest with you, Pacers versus Bucks. Without Dame playing, I got Bucks coming out of that one 4-2. That will put Pacers versus the Cavaliers in the semifinals. Knicks Pistons, we talked about this already. I got Knicks coming out of this one 4-2. And then the Celtics versus either the Magic or the Hawks. They can lose to either team. We talked about this on Saturday. They can lose to either team.
Especially the Magic.
And I would honestly, low key.
I'm leaning on the Magic.
Hold on. The Cavaliers could be playing either Magic or the Hawks. Too, because the loser of that game goes to that loser bracket and plays the winner of that 9th and 10th seed. And neither one of those teams is beating the Magic or the Hawks. Neither one of them. So if how I see it, I think Hawks lose. Magic goes to the second, plays the second seed, plays the Celtics. Hawks beat the Heat, and then plays the Cavaliers. Hawks, Cavaliers might be a 7-game series. Y'all playing around.
I think
Hawks
so.
and Cavaliers might be a 7-game series, and know that the Hawks former player Hunter is playing for the Cavaliers now.
Yep.
So might be a 7-game series, and I will give it. Magic versus the Knicks, and you said Magic make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in a long time. So you got the Magic beating the Celtics, then beating the Knicks. Wow.
Maybe I'm being a little bit of a homer.
Wow. Detroit's not coming out of that. You fucking wildin'. You wildin'. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. I will throw life at you, bro. Detroit is not coming out of that, bro. Stop it. Detroit is not.
There's only one reason why I even think something like that might
Detroit
happen.
couldn't beat the Celtics, bro.
No, okay, I hear you. But there's only one reason why I would think something like that might happen with Detroit beating the Knicks. Because who the head coach is.
But Tom Thibodeau?
Yeah.
Thibodeau can get you past the first round. We're not going to do that. Thibodeau can get you past the first round. It's never been the first round. They get tired. They get tired by the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what happened with him with the Bulls and with the Knicks. That it's never been the first round thing.
But you feel why I'm saying that. That's
no, I
that's
don't
why
feel it. I don't feel it.
No, I'm talking about him tiring his players out. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just don't agree with it. He's a better coach than your coach. He's a better coach than your coach still. Right now, he's a better coach. We're not going to do that. And he has experience. We're just I'm not going to. We just can't. I'm not going to. Yes, he has a problem with overplaying his players. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. But to sit here and believe that the Knicks is getting past the Pacers are getting past the Knicks and the Celtics to get to the East. Pacers beat the Bucks. Going against the Cavaliers. Cavaliers lose against the Pacers.
Huh? You think so?
And that's gonna be the shocker. Cavaliers losing against the Pacers.
I don't know about that one.
Well, the Lakers are playing everybody. As of right now, Luka, LeBron, Dorian, Austin Reeves, and Gabe Vincent have all been upgraded to probable a few hours before the game tips off. Pacers, I think Pacers goes to the Eastern Conference Finals to meet I think the Knicks match up very well against the Celtics. People sleep on that. I think the Knicks, the moves they made in the offseason match up extremely well against the Celtics. Extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And just like they got a shooting big, so is Karl Anthony Towns, who's also who's played a lot better this year for the Knicks.
He's been on a tear all year. All year he's been on a tear.
As much as I do not want to see the belligerence, the fans of New York in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think I got Knicks versus Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks versus Pacers, Eastern Conference Finals, rekindling the rivalry of old.
Boy, I was just thinking the same thing.
Rekindling the rivalry of old.
Those
Knicks,
games.
Pacers, Eastern Conference Finals, Lakers. I might have Lakers. I might have Lakers.
If something could fall the right way with the Lakers and the Warriors will end up in the Western Conference Finals.
I might have Lakers, Warriors, Western Conference Finals. Lakers take it. Lakers, Knicks. The Lakers versus Knicks in the finals.
Oh, Lakers got that.
Lakers versus Knicks in the finals.
They got that.
I don't believe in the Celtics this year. I don't. I just don't believe in the Celtics this year. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in it. I just don't. Said it. I said it. Said it.
It's that. I'm sorry, but with the Celtics, it's that whole thing that I felt the whole time with KC. I'm like, it's not gonna end the way we think gonna end. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, man. So that's where I'm at right now with it. How I feel.
Lakers Knicks finals. Lakers win that.
Lakers Knicks finals, man.
Yeah, Lakers win that every time.
Luka versus JB. I like it.
Oh, teammates, yeah.
I'll pay to watch it. I'll pay to watch it.
I would pay to watch Lakers Warriors too, because bro.
If it's Lakers Warriors.
Curry versus LeBron one more time, bro.
If it's Lakers Warriors in the playoffs, I got the Lakers winning. I got the Lakers winning 4-2. Winning 4-2. And that's because I think Curry's gonna have to put up so much energy to get past the Thunder in the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? To even get to the Lakers. Mm-hmm. I feel like I think that's what's gonna tie his ass out. I think Jimmy's gonna have an off playoff. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm at. I think so. And I think this whole pods heating up thing is fraudulent. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I just don't. I don't believe in that. But I do believe, right? I do believe the fact that both Luka and LeBron is hard to beat in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the fact. And teams are lucky right now that Kyrie is injured.
Very true.
I'm so serious.
Very true.
So serious, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something else too. Teams are also lucky that Wendy and De'Aaron Fox got hurt when they got hurt.
Swear to God. I
said months ago.
And I told you, I had Spurs. I told you, low key, when they got De'Aaron Fox, I said it's a chance Spurs go to the Western Conference Finals, bro.
Yeah,
I told you, bro.
We talked about it months ago.
Swear to God, bro. Swear to God. I can't. Obviously, we. You know, it's over now. We can't. You know what I mean? But
but
I'm telling you right now,
with Chris Paul, the way they constructed that team. And then you got De'Aaron who can run point, but has the ability to run off the ball along with Chris Paul, bruh. That team was going to be frightening in the playoffs.
It's so sad, bro. They out of contention, bro. It's over for the Spurs. They only got 32 wins.
Yeah.
The Suns, I think the Suns would have needed to win too many games to get into the play-in spot. And they sold that bag. They on the 6-game losing streak. If anybody should have got fired, it should have been everybody in Phoenix.
Bro, the sun has set. You hear me?
Yeah, it's over. Right now, the Rockets is on a 2-game winning streak. The Lakers, like I said before, they got 4 games left this season. They got the Thunder tonight, then the Mavericks, then the Rockets, the Trailblazers being their last game. If they are able to beat the Thunder tonight, right? They beat the Thunder tonight. Look for them to push everything to beat the Mavericks obviously on tomorrow, on the back-to-back, and then they will rest their players for the last 2 games of the season because they don't have to play them in the game.
Yep.
They don't need them. So if you can rest LeBron James and rest Luka, you will do that. I think that makes sense as well. I mean, because you beat the Thunder, beat the Mavericks, you don't got to worry about nothing. But if you beat the Thunder, if you lose against the Thunder, right, tonight, you got to beat the Mavericks and play really hard against the Rockets, and then possibly, you know what I'm saying, take off for the Trailblazers if you're able. But if not, you gotta win. You gotta beat the Trailblazers just to make sure you're in that conference spot.
Go ahead and fill it up right now.
Yeah, because right now they would have to hope and pray for the Nuggets to continue their losing streak versus the Kings, which is possible tomorrow, and then lose against the Rockets as well, and then also the Clippers play the Spurs. They're going to probably win that game today. And they got the Rockets. They could definitely lose that. And they got the Kings and the Warriors, and both of those teams want to win. You know what I mean? So that's that. Yeah, they would if they were to lose 3 out of their next 4 games, it would really hurt them when it comes to making it out of that. The Timberwolves got the Bucks, the Grizzlies, the Nets, and the Jazz. The Timberwolves got a easy ass rest of the season, other than the Bucks game, but a pretty easy rest of the season. Yep. Not have to worry about anything. I'm trying to see the Grizzlies. I'm not even going to talk about right now. I don't think the Grizzlies even matter when it comes to where they're going to be going for the rest of the season. But the Warriors, like I said, they got the Suns, which could be a toss-up, honestly. The Spurs, Timberwolves, the Trailblazers, and then they got the Grizzlies. These last couple of games matter in the Western Conference. They matter because how seeding is between the 5th seed, the 4th seed, essentially all the way down to the 8th seed. So it's super duper excited to see what happens tonight versus the Thunder, the Lakers versus the Thunder game. A few games to look out for tonight, so we can be able to, be excited, get excited for today. Games you want to watch. That's going to have some implications. You want to watch that Atlanta Hawks game versus the Magic in Orlando because that's going to possibly be a play-in game. This is a good chance for them to be able to see what each other has. It'll be at 7 p.m. It'll be an exciting game to watch. Again, another possible matchup we talked about in the playoffs. Celtics, Knicks. Like I said, those teams match up very well together. I'll be excited to see how that game comes out. The Timberwolves versus the Bucks gonna be a great game as well. Don't sleep on that. That Bulls Cavaliers game is gonna be a litmus test for the Cavaliers. The Bulls have been playing very well as of recent, and they're gonna want to be able to show who they are by playing a team with the Cavaliers who haven't been the greatest version of themselves as of late. Obviously, you want to watch that Warriors and Suns game if you can later on tonight at 10 p.m. But the game of the night that's going to be one that everybody is going to want to watch is that rematch of the Lakers and Thunder. It'll be a great game. This is going to be they play back-to-back games in OKC. So this is them playing the second game in OKC back-to-back, which is crazy. So not even playing at home, they're playing OKC back-to-back, and then on a road trip tomorrow, they play the Mavericks at home. So it's gonna be a great couple games, a great couple days for basketball, and I'm excited for it. Pharaoh, you have anything else you want to say to the people before we go? We head on out.
No, definitely watch these games that are going to matter, and what also matters is it matters to us when you like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Segues. You know what I'm saying? The segues out here.
Learn from the best, dog.
Appreciate you, big dog. I'm always happy to know that you guys are here. Also happy understanding that you've learned, just like he's learned to be able to do the segues, that you've learned that you can use your Bezos bucks, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get a free subscription to Shatter Network, where you can watch much more from Point A, Point B. Also, you want to make sure that you go to our YouTube page at Shatter Network and subscribe there as well, because sooner than later, we're going to be making some changes to broadcasting, and certain things will only be available on YouTube, as certain things will only be available on Twitch. So you want to be up on that and get locked in early, so you don't want to miss out, essentially. So super duper excited with y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. This has been an amazing day. Obviously, when you watch it on Tuesday, it's gonna be a simplified version of the show. It'll be called the Quick Thought version of Point A, Point B. Obviously, the show was lasting a little bit longer than the Quick Thought. We took our time with the show because we had the time today. But on Saturday, it's gonna be more formatted. You know, we have our multiple segments that you all love on Point A, Point B on Saturdays. The show's gonna be between an hour and a half every day. Never longer than that.
Y'all know what it is on Saturday, you know, doing too much, you know, start at 5, you know what it is.
Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. So we thank you so much for being with us. It's been another amazing day. Look forward to more shows, including the return of the Locker Room. We'll be having Pharaoh on there too if he wants to come onto the Locker Room.
Yes.
Well, you know what I'm saying? We're doing the Locker Room, especially with the playoffs coming. The Locker Room is all about basketball. And you're gonna be
Locker Room, man.
Locker room, man. And also the return of Overly Opinionated. So it's going to be an amazing season.
Yes, indeed. Here
with Shatter Network, and thank you for being with us for season 2 of Point A, Point B. And you see how much we've grown so far from the beginning. We look totally different, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Q, our moderator, for being in the chat. He just got home from work.
Appreciate
helping out everything that he helps out with. And thank you so much for just being with us, man. And we love y'all so much. For YouTube, we will see you soon. We will be signing you